Good afternoon, this is Kaiser M. Dallas.
Good afternoon, I'm Albea Pisabaria.
I'm Sheila May Jacino.
Good afternoon, I'm Kurt Russell Calleja.
Good evening, my name is Mary Grace Birana from ABM 27.
And we conducted a research about a qualitative study on the life experiences of ABM student entrepreneur participating in the RTW business. RTW is a short term for ready-to-wear and it refers to clothing that is available for purchase in physical or online stores. This category of clothing includes items that do not necessitate specific adjustment or modification. RTW somehow is perceived as the least optimal and desirable category of clothing options in the fashion industry. Because RTW business do not require alteration, they have fixed body measurement in order to fabricate garments, while ignoring so many factors concerning different body shapes, such as posture, which can affect sizing system. Moreover, there's some flaws to purchase garment can cause customer dissatisfaction and unfavorable expectation of the store services and product. As a customer, nowadays demand well-proportioned garment that fit their desired sizes. Starting an RTW business is still risky. Customer prefer garments that can be customized or come in a wide ranges of sizes, as evidenced by their ongoing demand for garments that can accommodate their body measurements. The factors has already had negative consequences. One example is the failure to meet the target number of the customer in order for the business to remain operational. In the study of DHM and Costograph by Dora Gil and Teoral Orcero in 2019, ready-to-wear garments are manufactured to accommodate a variety of sizes ranges. They also stated that one of the major issues with RTW garment is that they continue to use standard measurement definition while excluding body posture that may vary depending on the ages of the consumer. Although older consumers have more slouch figure than the younger ones, they will not share the same size of the garments. Consumers frequently complaining about size differences between manufacturers and sellers, as well as lack information to assist them in selecting the appropriate size for them. Returning purchase item result as loss of sale demonstrate the brand's incompetence. Sizing based on actual body dimension or proportion should have manufacturers money, increase the saleability of garments for retailers, and provide customer with acceptable styles and a good fit. The researcher used a qualitative approach to investigate ABM student entrepreneur experiences with starting an online RTW business. This research will assist them in developing appropriate solutions to their problems. Furthermore, through this research, we will be able to familiarize ourselves with the existing demands, concerns regarding how to establish a RTW business, while also improving the quality of services, which may further increase the consumer satisfaction. Moreover, this research will some way serve as a guide and foundation for future RTW business adversities.
Good day everyone, this is Gailin Tamayo and this is our theoretical framework. The content of this study comprises the reasons and life experiences of ABM student entrepreneurs, which is well grounded by applying appropriate theories. To ensure that the research findings is more meaningful and acceptable, this study uses the following theories. First is the economic theory of entrepreneurship. It states that an entrepreneur executes all the activities due to economic incentives. This theory shapes the reasons if why are the ABM student entrepreneurs attracted to RTW business. Second is the consumer theory that states a theory in economics that tries to explain the relationship between a consumer's purchasing choices and income. Next is the sociological theory. This theory says that the entrepreneurial activities is affected from social status, hierarchy, and values. This theory gives shapes to the challenges that affects the ABM student entrepreneurs while embracing the RTW business. And lastly is the theory of social change. It explores certain elements which presume the entrepreneur's creativity as the key element of social transformation and economic growth. It reveals a general model of the society which considers interrelationship among physical environment, social culture, and personality. This theory explains on how did the ABM students started their RTW business.
I'm Albea P. Sabaya, and let's proceed with the statement of the problem. This intends to provide information and insights on ABM student entrepreneurs' life experience in their RTW business. The researchers seek to find answer to the following question. Number 1, what is the demographic profile of students in terms of age and gender? Number 2, why are the student entrepreneurs attracted to RTW business? Number 3, how does the RTW business meet the entrepreneurial expectation of this young ABM student entrepreneur? Number 4, how did the student entrepreneurs start their RTW business? And last question, number 5, what are the unique challenges affecting the students entrepreneurs embracing RTW business in heavily saturated market? These questions were created to determine if their experience had a positive or negative impact, also to learn more about their real-world experience with RTW business.
This part of the research contains the limit of the study. This research focused solely on student entrepreneurs from the accounting business management strands and their experiences launching an RTW business. This study focuses on characteristics of an RTW firm, fixed garment sizes, and how they affect consumer happiness, demands, and feedback, of all which affect the company's sales and reputations. This study emphasizes the need of understanding the range of body proportions and dimensions in order to provide clients with the comfort, style, and fit they desire. RTW is regarded as the least desirable and optimal category of clothing possibilities in the fashion business because RTW garments do not require any modification. They are made with fixed body measurements, which ignores aspects such as posture, which can affect the sizing system. Furthermore, the effect in purchased garments cause consumer discontent and low expectations of the store services and products, as clients increasingly anticipate well-proportioned garments that fit their preferred sizes. However, because this study only includes students, entrepreneurs, it does not cover the technical parts of a firm. It includes several sorts of body measures because the researchers only use the most frequently used and understandable standard body measurements. Aside from the fixed sizing and adjustments, it does not offer any additional information about an RTW firm. Furthermore, this study did not consider other aspects that influence consumers, besides pleasures and desires. In general, this study focuses on RTW clothing companies and ignores other types of clothing companies. In the fashion industry, it is still risky to start an RTW company. Customers like garments that may be personalized or come in a wide range of sizes. As seen by their ongoing need for garments that can matter their body proportions, this element has negative repercussions in the short term. One of these is the business target number of clients not being met. This study will help them better comprehend the notion of RTW company, as well as its benefits and drawbacks. This study delves into their own experiences, providing them with a wealth of information. This knowledge will enable them to increase their talents and abilities in the area of student entrepreneurship.
Introduction. RTW stands for Ready to Wear, which refers for clothing available purchased in physical or online stores. RTW is some of you as the least optimal and desirable category in clothing option. Next, research. Our research or study looked into the life of ABM students who work in the RTW business. What were the obstacles they faced and why did they decide to join the RTW business? Sample. Our respondents are ABM students who run an RTW business. Those who responded were from various colleges and universities that are going through some difficulties while also making some progress towards success. We're having trouble getting responses because they are studying while working. Therefore, they are probably busy. The interviews effect. The result of the research on the respondent is that we can now understand how difficult it is to run an RTW business while studying ABM course. And we now understand their sacrifices and struggle as well as the obstacle they face and how strong they are. In addition, respondent said that doing business is difficult. It's very difficult. The respondent's effect. Respondents are those who responded to our queries and those who answer questions that others may have. Respondents have a significant impact on our research because they enable us to complete it, and they are also the ones who are held as an example. Study purpose. The goal of this research is to inform people about the real-life experiences of ABM students who are entering the RTW business. And for individuals seeking to enter the RTW company, this study will be very useful in providing knowledge as well as some possible negative and positive experiences that they may encounter. Conclusion. Overall, this research determine all the problems, struggles, and barriers that the ABM students experience while participating in RTW business. This research provides a solution and information that can help with their problems. In addition, this research can be used as a guide on how to establish an RTW business. In this research, we provide some ways and method in order for business to become operational. Thank you.
So let's move on to the chapter 4, which include presentation, analysis, and interpretation. We have compiled the information we have obtained from the live experiences of ABM student entrepreneurs participating in the RTW business. We were able to get this information by asking questions about age and gender. We also provide 5 questions, which are: when did they start entering the RTW business? Do they have any business experience before they enter the RTW business? What have been the barriers to their business? And is there a time when their business seems to be at a loss but still keep it up? And lastly, how did being an ABM student help them while they start to participate in the RTW business? So we inquired about their positive as well as negative experiences. As a consequence of the information we have acquired, we have come to this conclusion. So 3 out of 5 respondents are 17 years old or less, while 2 out of 5 is 18 years old, as shown in the table. There are 4 female respondents and 1 male respondent on the table number 2, for a total of 5 respondents. In question number 1, this shows that 3 of the respondents started at the age of 17 or less. In question number 2, 3 out of 5 respondents has no experience in business before entering RTW business, while 2 out of 5 respondents has experience which allowed them to learn about business. In question number 3, it reveals that 5 out of 5 respondents have encountered various types of difficulties, including sightseeing, lack of resources, lack of career, studies, and family issues, and also customer satisfaction. And in question number 4, they answered that being lost in business is a part of business, according to 5 out of 5 respondents. Losing is an inevitable part of growing up, and You won't always be on top. So be prepared and strong and never give up. Question number 5. Demonstrate that being an ABM student while participating in RTW business is beneficial because they can learn techniques and strategies to engage more customers as well as knowledge about money management and how to deal with customers, particularly those who have a complaint or a problem with the product. So we also discovered that all respondents had their own coping mechanism for dealing with their experiences. Despite the fact that running a business while working is quite difficult, well, from a personal experience, I can tell you that it's extremely difficult and stressful. Can you imagine having an examination but I have to sort product, I have to deliver, and I have had the experience of studying while on public transportation. So our group salute all of the ABM students who are participating in the RTW business because we know that the ABM strand is difficult and it is even more difficult for those students who have a business, but they manage. That's all. Thank you.
As a result, it is concluded that RTW business is difficult to manage when you have not enough knowledge, experiences, and those who intend to start such a business should be well versed in all aspects of the clothing industry. In order for the sizing system to be correct and accurate, it is necessary to determine the appropriate sizing system as well as the diverse body shape and proportion. It is also critical to prioritize the convenience and satisfaction of customer for the sake of the company's reputation and branding. Furthermore, before considering a business such as RTW business, entrepreneurs should ensure that they have an adequate amount of resources and capital to ensure the business longevity. If you have other responsibility in addition to your RTW business, it can be difficult to manage. That is why entrepreneur must understand the importance of time management and proper business management. Based on the data and findings that we accumulated as researcher, this is the great desire for us to propose the following recommendation. First, the future ABM entrepreneur student should possess adequate amount of knowledge on knowing how an RTW business works, especially that this line of business involves a plethora of technicalities in order to stay operational. Second, they should always acknowledge the risk involved in RTW business. They must be able to determine and distinguish all the possible outcome or consequences that they might encounter prior to their consideration of putting up a business such as RTW business. Third, they should be mindful of the customer demands and needs, for these are the leading factors through which their satisfaction will depend on. Customer satisfaction and demands should be met in order for the business reputation branding to remain favorable. Lastly, the future researcher planning to conduct a study in line with RTW business are highly encouraged to provide and lay different ways and methods to accumulate data and findings. This is deemed fundamental and highly suggested, especially to the future ABM student entrepreneur wanting to affiliate himself on RTW business. We would like to say thank you to Mr. Joseph Steven Marcos for helping us to conduct this research.